Dear Mr. Donald Trump,
You don't stand for me or my people. You are a joke.
I said Donald Trump. His name ain't Donald Trump.
You are not my president. I want to introduce myself.
He ain't my president.
My name is Lil Strap. You are not my president.
You denounce that.
Tony G, drop that.
Our Lord, grant us good in this world and good in the life to come keep us safe from the torment of the fire. As we keep our hands up high and scream for justice. Ferguson, bless peace, Mike Brown, and all the other soldiers out there.
Raise your fists in the air.
God help us.
Yes.
Take a stand and save our future. Like we all got shot, we all got shot. Throwing up our hands, don't let them shoot us. Cause we all we got, we all we got. God ain't placed on the earth to get mad, it's murder. God ain't placed on the earth to get mad, it's murder. So put your weapons out.
Walking down the street with my hoodie on, all black. Cops got their weapons aimed at me cause my skin black.
I just got off work trying to make it home safely. The cop got his pistol cocked back and he hate me. My name is Tyrone Montgomery. Lonnie Tyrone Montgomery. Lonnie's my first name. I go by the name of Lil Strap. That's my rap name. That's my stage name. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. Life is pretty good right now. I can't complain. God been good to me. You know, I got me a career job. Rap is a gift that God gave me. You get what I'm saying? It's a gift. It's not a career that I'm trying to pursue. I'm not trying to be big like, you know, Jay-Z and T.I. Much respect to them guys, but I'm not trying to be big like them. I'd rather be an independent artist. Decatur it's like a third world, man, you know. I grew up in Decatur, Georgia, McAfee Road, 1948, East Lakeside Drive, Decatur, Georgia, 30032. Same house number 404-371-9307. Born 1984, October 10, 10/10/84. In the early days, in the 80s, in the early 90s, my childhood was perfect. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. I wasn't hurting for nothing. You know, I wasn't starving. My grandfather raised me. My biological father, I don't know who he is. So my grandfather raised me, so my grandfather would be my father. And my mama made sure that, you know, we went to school, put clothes on our back, had a roof over our head, and she worked her ass off, you know. She pretty much just took care of me and my two brothers. There's three of us. And my grandfather pretty much just instilled on what a man is. He instilled that manly, that masculine in me. You get what I'm saying? So, my childhood was beautiful, but going to Edgewood, when I moved to Edgewood, Mason Avenue, it was a dog-eat-dog world out there, man. You know, I was 9 years old when I seen my first murder. No, matter of fact, I was 8. I seen my first murder on Mason Avenue. Oh my God, it was terrible. I was looking at my mom like, bro, why'd you move us here? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are we? Like, did you just see that? So, Edgewood was, you either stay in the house or you come outside and fight. And I stayed fighting growing up. Went to Whiteford Elementary School, went to Cohen Middle School, and then eventually I got locked up when I turned 12. So I didn't make it to high school. But I also attend Tilson Elementary School and McNair. And Edgewood was just, if you survive in Edgewood, you can survive anywhere. That's just real. You know, we stayed across the Red Store on Mason Avenue, then we stayed on Hutchinson Street, 90C Hutchinson Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Drug dealers out there. I'm not gonna name no names, but they looked out for me, the dope boys. You know, I would be on the block just watching them shoot dice, and now I have a book bag full of damn cocaine, or dope in my book bag, just in case the police roll up. They ain't gonna check no kid, but they'll check them. And you know, they should throw me money, whatever. My mom beat the hell out of me once she found out I was carrying dope in my book bag. She beat me with her fist. Like, she didn't pick up no switch, she didn't pick up no belt. She beat me with her fist. And I pretended like I was knocked the fuck out. I scared the hell out of her. I scared the hell out of her. And I mean, the dope boys just looked after me out there. They looked after every kid out there. Like, you know, they used to buy out the doggone ice cream truck. They used to buy out the candy lady and just pass around $100 bills, dollar bills. Pass around candy or whatnot, you know. But I stayed in a lot of trouble in Edgewood. I stayed fighting. I gave my mama a lot of hell, man. I'm surprised that lady ain't got a head full of gray hair because of me. She stayed going to the school. The neighbors would be screaming, "Miss Elizabeth, come get your goddamn child. He out here fighting again." Stayed fighting. So I would go back to my grandfather's house to stay out of trouble because my grandfather, I actually started working at the age of 10. I was my grandfather's first employee. He had me cutting the grass, washing the car, getting on top of the roof, cleaning the gutters, raking the yard, and he would pay me money. He would pay me like $10, $15, $20, and he would say, "This is what you get when you work hard for your money." So he would make me cut the grass and give me $25. And he was like, "There's no reason for you to go to the streets and sell dope when you can work like this and earn money. Legitimate." So with that being said, I never sold dope a day in my life because of my grandfather. My grandfather put that work ethic in me. My grandfather or my dad, it's either or, because I don't know who my biological father is. I don't know how I passed the 4th grade, because I was a DNF student in 4th grade and they just passed my ass, so I don't know how I did that. I just got off track when my grandmother died. My grandmother died in 93 of stress. She was stressed out and she passed in her sleep, and that's when I got off track. So I pretty much started rebelling against my mom, and the only person that could pretty much keep me in line was my grandfather. There was no issues until my grandfather passed away. You know, after that, man, everything just went downhill. Just couldn't get along. I mean, I love my mom and my 2 brothers, my 2 nieces, but it seemed like we just couldn't keep it together. I have an uncle who I don't even, you know, acknowledge, and I'm not being cold-hearted. I'm just being honest and real. You know, I have an uncle who's a reverend, have his own church, and I called him one day and he told me. I actually called him because my mom was going through a lot and I needed some type of encouraging words. Now mind you, this is my uncle and he's a reverend. I'm not talking bad about him. I'm just explaining you a true story, what happened and what was said. So I'm talking to him and I'm literally asking him for some advice on my mother, because my mother was making bad decisions and I felt like she was going downhill, and I was trying to save my mother. As her oldest son, you know, you only get one mother, so you want to save your mom by any means necessary. So I went to my uncle, who's a reverend. He's been a reverend of 40-some years. He has a church on Boulevard, and I'm talking to him, and the conversation shifted, and his exact words was, "If she was to pass away, I would not reimburse," if I said that correctly. "I would not reimburse the family. I would not contribute." That's what he said. And he said, "Don't look for me for no support if she does pass away." And I looked at him different ever since. I will say this. When me and my family get together, we got each other backs. Me and my 2 brothers, Jeremy and Joshua, Lil Bo, Pooh Bell, we all we got. We got each other backs. You fuck with one, you gotta fuck with all of us. You fight one, you gotta fight all of us. One eat, we all eat. One cry, we all cry. One hurt, we all hurt. Then my 2 personals right there, my brothers, my mama, that's my heartbeat. I love them. Me and my mama have our ups and downs, but that's my heartbeat. And I just want to give a shout out to my mama. Mama, I love you. You're my heartbeat. As long as I'm breathing, I got you. We got you. God, family, music. I love going to work. I have a career job. Finally got a career. I love going to work. That inspires me to get up every morning, go to work, because I know the money that I make, I can now help other people, whether it's my family, homeless, myself. I can finally do things that I want to do. Again, music is just a gift that God gave me. It's not a career. So I finally, got me a career that I can finally, retire from, build my family, build my own family. Music inspire me. Certain artists with their words, when I hear it and I interpret it, it just gets me, my adrenaline started rushing. Artists like Tupac Shakur, Nas, Scarface, my God, Killer Mike, Notorious B.I.G., Jay-Z, The Game, Snoop, T.I. Those, just to name a few, those are artists who, as far as music, when I put their music in, whatever I'm going through that day, is one of them artists, they have a song of what I'm going through. If I'm having a bad day, Tupac got a song to cheer me up. If I'm having, if I feel like whooping a nigga ass, T.I. got a song that makes me want to go knock a nigga ass out, so, yeah, and prayer. I read my books, I read my scriptures every day. I do devotion every day. There's not a day go by that I don't read Psalm 23, Psalm 27. Then I read 3 more books in Psalms, and then I read my daily devotion, Jesus Calling, and I read my daily bread every night before I go to sleep, and I say a prayer. Just knowing that God woke me up in the morning, that's inspiring enough, because it's another day to get it right, another day to become a better man, another day to be a better father to my son, another day to be a better man, period. Because I am a king, but it's only one true king, that's God, but I'm a king up under God. So I would say, God inspired me more than anything. I don't have a religion, I just have beliefs. I can't say I'm a Christian, and I'm still out here, living in sin. Nobody is perfect, but I can't. I don't live my entire life biblically. No one does. I'm the person that'll go lead the march, protest, go sing in the choir, go play with my son, go educate the kids, beat your ass, defend myself, curse you the fuck out if you come at me wrong. This is who I am. I'm not finna pretend to be something that I'm not. I'm just not. So, I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins. I am a part of a church, Salem Bible Church. I sing in the male choir. I'm heavy into the church, but I can't say, I'm not finna walk around here and say I'm a good Christian. I'm a whole Christian, because God's still working on me, if that makes sense. And as far as politics, man, I don't too much get into politics, man. That's a dog I can't fight right there. I can't get into politics. I'm not into politics. I'm just not. I vote because people have died. People have bled. It's blood on these streets behind our ancestors that fought for us to vote. So I vote because my voice matters. We have a voice. We should use it. I use my voice. Yeah, I dabble in the streets. I ain't got a name Lil Strap for no goddamn reason. Shit. I was strapped with a 38 Smith & Wesson. My best friend Lil B, who is no longer here with me. My brother of 15 years, he died of heart failure. He sold me my first gun, a 38 Smith & Wesson revolver. Shot 6 shots. I felt like I was Bishop and Juice, goddammit. I never was a gangbanger, never was a Crip, I never was a Blood. But I did dabble in the streets as far as hanging with my homeboys, you know, that sold dope. I couldn't sell dope because my grandfather did not instill that in me to sell dope. So when I was in the streets, all I did was, you know, just shot dice and fight a lot and smoke weed and hung with the doggone crowd. You know, I hung with a clique. We call ourselves Rat Town, R-A-T, real ass thugs. So for the ones who think that R.A.T. we some rats and we went to jail for snitching, nah. R.A.T. real ass thugs. Shout out to my Chateau niggas, man. 1668. Y'all know who y'all are. And them niggas who I started running with. Hell, I was in the streets in Edgewood as a little kid. Shit, 11 years old, I was out there whooping niggas' ass, man. Shit. Dodging bullets. I got shot at when I was 10 years old. My first time being shot at, I was 10 years old, man. Standing next to this nigga, I don't know what the fuck he done did, but he done went and shot somebody or stabbed somebody, broke in somebody's house. They came back, started shooting at him. I'm standing right there next to him. So I'm dodging bullets at 10 years old in Edgewood on Hutchinson Street, in the middle of the goddamn street, man. My mama calling my name. She trying to figure out her son ain't hit. And I'm goddamn running like I'm running for my life. The dude just come out the car, just start shooting. Pow, pow, pow. He just shooting kids outside and everything. He don't give a fuck. I'm like, man, this nigga gotta be crazy, man. 10 years old now. I'm in the 3rd grade. I'm like, man, what the hell nigga shooting that up for? What the fuck we do? I didn't even fuck what fuck we did. This nigga standing next to me. This nigga here, man, the dog gonna rob the hell out of somebody, man. But you know, that's what came with the street life. You live the street life, you gotta understand what comes with that. And you know, I mean, hell, I dealt with some consequences living the street life. I went to jail. I got shot at. I'd never been shot before. You know, so let me get that out the way. I've never been shot, but I've been shot at a few times. I ain't finna incriminate myself. That's pretty much it. The street life, man. I mean, I got some great stories and I got some sad stories. I saw a few of my buddies get killed. They're no longer here with me. I got niggas that's locked up, ain't never coming home. So ain't nothing good living the street life. I go back because, yeah, I changed my life for the better, but I still have homies that's in the streets that sell dope. So I'm gonna go check on them and be out. I ain't finna go and just bang when I get off work. That's backwards. Changing your life, you know what I'm saying, going to church, you got your career job, and then you get off work or you get off of church and go gang bang. That's backwards. So no. I get out. I probably go off work. I probably get off work. I may want to just go check on them. They only get 5 minutes of my time, and I'm out. I'm going home. That's it. What's up, homie? What's going on? What's going on? You good? You been straight? Because real niggas don't forget where they come from. Yeah, I changed my life for the better. I no longer live a street life, but I'm not finna turn my back on my dudes. Because these are the dudes who I grew up with. They may still live that life. I could give them encouraging words to say, man, you know, it's a better way out. But I can't make them listen. I distance myself from the streets. What woke me up was when my best friend passed away. 15 years, man. I can never get that back. Rest in peace, Courtney Jabari Mitchell, aka Lil B. He the one told me to leave the streets because there wasn't nothing out there. And I watched my man pass away right there in front of my eyes for 8 months. God connected us back together for 8 months. And I was right there by his side for 8 months. And he passed at the age of 28. And I pretty much, I said, that's it, I'm out. I'm out. I was like Ace, paid in full, without the gunshot bullets. I'm out. I'm done. The streets ain't got, there's 2 things that come with the street life. Court date and a casket. I can't deal with no, I'm not built like that. I can't deal with that, no. I'm good. Let me go over here and let me see what this other life is like. Settling down with one woman, getting married, being a homeowner, purchasing my own home, go on vacations, and just live the good life. You know, there are gonna be ups and downs, but ask God to give me strength when I go through trials and tribulations. Ask God to give me strength to deal with those. be spiritually rooted and spiritually grounded to where trials and tribulations do come, you know how to handle it. When trials and tribulations come and that storm come, you just get on your knees and you kneel and you bow your head until you weather the storm. Terrible. Terrible. It was one of them ones where my family didn't want nothing to do with me. They didn't want nothing to do with me. My brother left me. My mama left me. And my youngest brother was locked up, so he couldn't help me. So it was just me. Me and my middle brother, we was at odds. And he moved. And I'll never forget it. It was on Buford Highway. And my mama said I'd be right back, and I never seen her again. And he told her not to tell me where he stayed at because he didn't want me to come stay with him. So I just slept wherever. I slept in the airport. If anybody familiar with Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, I slept at the chapel at the top on the second floor. I had no food, no clothes, no money, just a book bag. I used my book bag and my work shirt to sleep. That was my pillow. I had no cover. I slept in there for 2 days, and then somebody took me in. Her name is Kim. Shout out to Kim. And then me and my family still wasn't right, and I end up sleeping at North Avenue train station on the pavement. I tried to go to Emory Crawford Long Hospital, and I pretended like something was wrong with me just so I can have a bed to sleep in. And they discharged me in like 2 hours. So I slept for like an hour inside the hospital bed. When they discharged me, it was like 3 in the morning. And I snuck into North Avenue train station, and I slept on the pavement. This time I didn't have nothing. The concrete was my pillow. I didn't know how I was gonna survive. But God. But God. I abused drugs, yeah, I did. I snorted, I tooted nose candy. I abused cocaine. Cocaine a hell of a drug. I abused cocaine very bad. I was on cocaine for like 2 years. But before then, it was just marijuana, cigarettes, alcohol. That's it. But, you know, I felt like weed wasn't getting me high no more, so I went to another drug, and that was cocaine. Cocaine is a rich man drug. And I just started abusing it, and I abused it too much till one night we was at a friend of mine, well, an associate house. It's not a friend. Went to an associate house, and I had too much, and my heart was like this. And I'm like, you know, shaking or whatever. I fell out, putting water over my face. They all gathered around. My brother was there, my youngest brother. I scared the hell out of him, and I would have been dead that day. Actually, the same day I had a little bit, I OD'd, but I didn't die. But I OD'd on cocaine. November 13th, 2004 is when that happened. But that same day, the exact same day, November 13th, 2004, old dirty bastard from the Wu-Tang died of the same thing. He OD'd on drugs. So it's like we both had our bad experience with drugs that day, and he died and I didn't. So that really was a wake-up call to me. And I was on cocaine at 19, 20 years old. I was on cocaine. And I abused it. I had to have it every day. It got to the point where I didn't even smoke weed. I stopped smoking weed. I stopped smoking cigarettes. And I would just hit the cocaine in the bill. That's it. And I abused it so bad, man. You know. And after I had my incident and I OD'd and I lived, I went to the hospital and the doctor looked at me. He went like this. Looked at me like this. You know why you went here. Now you got two options. We're gonna flush this cocaine up out of you and you can live, or you can keep doing street drugs and you can die. My son was 4 years old at the time. I was like, I'll stop. They flushed it up out of me. November 13th, a couple more days, 13 years, sobriety. So I've been clean 13 years. I don't do no weed, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I don't do no drugs, man, period. I get high off life now. It messed me up. Cocaine messed me up to the point where it shot my nerves. And I get very nervous, and it turned into anxiety and panic disorders. So I now have anxiety and panic disorders. The doctor diagnosed me with anxiety and panic disorder and somewhat depression because of the issue with my family and being homeless on the streets. So I take medication for anxiety and panic disorders. I'm on medicine. That's one health issue that I deal with. After the homelessness, I needed to see a therapist because I didn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I needed help and I didn't know who to turn to. And I just went and walked inside this building, mental health building. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm not bipolar. I just suffer from depression. I need somebody to talk to. And I told them my situation. They gave me a therapist, and I've been talking to the therapist ever since. And I take medicine again for anxiety, depression, and panic attacks. And that all stemmed from the cocaine. It all stems from the cocaine. Once the doctor said what he said, you got two options: get clean and stay off drugs for the rest of your life, or doggone keep doing drugs and die. Shit, I stopped cold turkey. I don't need no rehab because I was spiritually rooted. It's just your mindset. You know what I'm saying? And I pretty much, I said, I'm done with this shit, so I ain't need no rehab. Nah. I got some music because it all started with poetry. I started writing love poems when I was locked up. I started writing love poems when I was locked up, man. I wrote the best love poems in the world, but he couldn't tell me shit. I was Langston Hughes and the Lover Boy. Leon Lonnie Love. And nigga told me, you can take your poetry, you know what I'm saying, you can write raps or whatever. And I was like, nah, I can't rap or whatever, you know, so he told me, you can take that poetry and take them love songs, you know, them love poems, and put it in street raps, street poetry, and then you can rap. So rap music is a gift, God-given talent that I never knew existed. I never knew I could rap. I never knew I could do music. I grew up thinking that I had no talent at all. It wasn't no scout come out looking at me because they heard Tyrone Montgomery was the best point guard on his basketball team. It wasn't nobody coming out looking at me because they heard Tyrone Montgomery was the best wide receiver on the football team. Wasn't nobody coming out looking at me because they heard I was the best pitcher on the baseball team. I grew up hopeless, thinking I had no talent until I started writing when I got locked up. And I just started writing. I said, oh shit, I can write. And I wrote my first rap at 19 years old. It was called the Civil Rights Movement. And I said, damn, I can do this shit. And again, I had gave up the music because I really didn't want to do it no more. I was in a group called the Untouchables. It was successful. Not trying to, you know what I'm saying, shade nobody, but I was the best out of the group. Anyway. And do your research. Me and my J Mac was the punchline king. I was the lyrical piece. Go check out the Untouchables. Anyway. I went solo. My boy J Mac went solo, and I seen what he was doing from the sideline. I said, okay, he got Live from Your Baby Mama iPod Part 1 and 2. He's performing at the doggone Golden Glide. If he can do that, then I can too. And plus, another reason why I did the music, and I'm so heavy into the music, because of my godmama. God bless her soul. I do this for her, and I do this for the ones that believe in me. My godmama, stage 4 cancer. I got the doggone footage right now on my phone. She said, baby boy, you can do it. She said, you can do it. She said, don't nobody believe in you. I believe in you. Right to the studio. Here we are. 3 mixtapes in. A couple of movie parts. Look at me now, bitch. Music. Tupac Shakur. Another reason. I want to be a rapper. Goddamn Tupac, man. Nothing better than done. He inspired me like hell. That man stood for so much. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, God can put him here for 25 years to speak to us. The lost, the forgotten ones, the ones who feel like there's no hope in the future. When he say, I lived a thug life, baby, I'm hopeless. He reached somebody that actually feel like they were hopeless, and I was one of them. I felt like I had no hope in the future. So, and music runs in my family. I did not know my grandfather was a successful gospel artist in a group with his brothers until after he passed away. He was in a gospel group called the Montgomery Brothers, and they were successful. They was on the radio, and they got residuals. They make money off their music, and they was buying cars. They had gold teeth. They looked like the mafia. My mama told me this story, and my uncle told me the story. And I'm like, music runs in my family. Like, I had no idea. I was doing music and had no idea of my family history. Music runs in my family. I started investing in myself. That's it. I started investing in myself. I believed in myself. Once my godmama told me to get out there and do what I got to do, and she believed in me, I started believing in myself. And I started making tapes. Everything came out my pocket. Mixtape. Troublesome. Retaliation. 1984. Singles. Performing. Everything came out my pocket. Videos. That's how I got into it. I mean, when I first saw myself on BET was Young Turk from the Hot Boys. Shawty Low put me in this video, and I saw myself on BET. I just went out there and I went for it. Nobody gonna give you shit in this music game. You gotta get out there and get it. So that was my drive. Oh my God. Tyrone and women. I've only been in 4 major relationships out of my 33 years on this earth. That's it. And yes, I've had my heart broken. It don't feel good. It don't feel good. It was at one point where I went in my life where I felt like all women were the same. Until I ran into some good women and they showed me another way. They showed me that there are some good women that don't play games, that don't set you up to be robbed, to be killed, because I've dealt with situations where a female set me up and she told me she didn't have a boyfriend, but she did. And this nigga tried to kill me. Or he was just talking. He ain't tried to kill me, but he was just talking outside his mouth. And he almost got killed. Do you know how many niggas that's dead in jail behind pussy now? Do you know how many niggas that could have avoided being dead in jail behind the power of that pussy man, behind the female? The worst thing in the world is a female lying or hiding her relationship to a dude who really is interested in her and that man gets killed because she lied. That's the most disgusting shit ever, man. And I, you know, shout out to the women that opened my eyes and let me see that there's a difference. You have real, independent black women, and I'm not saying just black, but, you know, I love my black sisters, but white, Latino, whatever color you are, there's a difference. You have real, independent women who ain't about the games and who ain't about the bullshit. And then you got bitches. You have these hoes out here. You have these sluts out here who carry themselves as hoes, who carry themselves as bitches, who carry themselves as sluts. So we treat them like sluts. Whatever you carry yourself like, that's how we treat you. You know? But relationships are beautiful. Black love. I support that. When people ask me what do I want out of life, I guess my answer blows them away because it's not the average answer you get from a 33-year-old. What I want out of life right now, a family. I want to be a happily married family man. That's it. There's nothing in this world that could complete a man but two things: God and family. That's all he needs to be whole and be completed. With God, God can do anything. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and a good woman. If I'm spiritually rooted in the realm of God and I got a good woman, no black man can go wrong. A black man in America cannot achieve and succeed in life if he don't have a woman. That's all I want, is a family. That's what I want in life. A family and to be loved. I already got God. I got into the church so heavy because I was lost. And therapy was helping me, but I needed another type of therapy. Spiritual therapy. Spiritual healing. And I joined Salem Bible Church. Shout out to my pastors, Pastor Joseph L. Williams, Dr. Joseph L. Williams, and Jasper Williams Jr. Salem Bible Church is the #1 church in Atlanta, man, hands down. I love my church family, so, you know, I'm in the male chorus. Yes, I do sing, even though I do music. Don't judge me. I love my church family, man. It's amazing. They gave me so much light, and they opened me with open arms. It's genuine. It's like we're a family over there. And I encourage everybody to come to my church, man. You know, I had to get deep into that church because I needed spiritual healing. And I got baptized, I joined the church, and I've been active ever since. I'm heavily into the spiritual realm of God and the religion, you know, heavily involved into the church. And it saved my life. It saved me. I am no longer fighting depression. Again, I have my moments, but I'm no longer fighting depression. And the power of prayer is everything. That's what saved my life. Can't nobody tell me that prayer don't change things, because it changed my life. It changed me. I love children. I love children. I love children. I do. Children bring so much joy to my heart, man. I love my son. I only got one son, Malik. That's my ride or die, man. That's my heart right there. Malik is my heartbeat. You know, I wasn't in the delivery room when he was born. I was asleep. But you know, the boy looked just like me, man. That's my son. That's my heartbeat. That's my ride or die, man. That's my twin. Fatherhood is everything, man. It's beautiful. I can't see how a nigga can walk out from his kids, man. I can't see how some of these dudes walk out from their kids, just walk away from their kids, man. Like, how could you walk away from your kids? These kids did not ask to be here. These kids are innocent. They need a role model in their life. They need some type of spiritual guidance in their life. They need us men to be men again. We have to protect the women and the children. How could you walk away from this beautiful child? How could you walk away from this child that needs you, whether it's boy or girl? How could you walk away from them? They need us as men. And what's going on in Atlanta, that it's 90% of these men are turning gay and they're on the down low, and it's only 10% of real black men left. How did we get to this? You go inside some of these homes and it's not a man in neither one of the motherfuckers. You got the black woman being the mother and the father. How did we get to this? Our way. So I'm setting the example to let these black women know there are some good men out here. I'm one of them. I'm gonna set the example. I'm gonna lead by example. Fatherhood is everything. I love it. Good life. Trying to live a good life. Only thing I want in my future is a family, dog. Like I told you, that's it. I got my career job. I've been in church. I found God. I got God. All I need is a family, man. I just want to be loved. I want to be married. I want to settle down with one woman and have a family. I want to be a homeowner. I just want to be I want to be a grandfather, you know what I'm saying? I want to kick back in my recliner chair and goddamn grandkids going in my pocket, stealing my goddamn money while I'm drunk. But while I'm asleep, because I don't drink. You know, I just want to, you know, live life. That's the future, just living life, man. Living life, positive vibes only. No negativity, no negative vibes, no negative people around you. Keep God first and pretty much just live life, man. But the only thing that's missing, I want to build my own family. I want to build my kingdom. Young boys, young girls, the future. Keep God first. You are the future. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. If you have a dream, pursue it. Don't let nobody take away your dreams, man. Keep God first. Listen to your parents. Please listen to your parents. Know that you are not alone. Your parents love and care about you. I care about you. Stay in school. That education is everything. That education will open more doors than a blue or a red bandana. You don't have to gangbang. You don't have to run the streets. That's not your future. Believe in yourself. You can do anything you want to do. Anything if you put your mind to it. If you keep God first, listen to your parents, get the education, you can do whatever you want to do. You are the future, young king. You are the future, young queen. We need y'all. Make your parents proud. Get the education. And fuck the streets.